Guess who's sitting next to Michelle Obama in tonight's State of the Union address? She's the symbol of Obama's tax reform plan, Warren Buffett's secretary. Time to bring out the panel. Yu-Dee Chang is the chief trader and sole principal of Ace Investment Strategists in D.C. Larry Winget wrote Shut Up, Stop Whining, and Get a Life, a fantastic book. And Monica Crowley is a radio talk show host. Monica, let's start with you. You're not with Buffett, you told me in the break.
No, Warren Buffett is on my last nerve. I find him to be an incredible hypocrite. And everybody knows, including genius Warren Buffett, that we're really talking about apples and oranges when we talk about tax rates. When he claims that he's being taxed at 15%, we all know that's because he's being taxed on the majority of his income, which is capital gains and dividends, not salary. So this whole idea that he's trying to make a point, or that the president is trying to make a point tonight by using the secretary as a gimmick, we all know what this is really about. It's another class warfare point, and it's also an opportunity to hit the number one, at least of now, Republican nominee, Mitt Romney.
Well, right. Yu-Dee, to you. So you guys are telling me that Warren Buffett's secretary is not paying more in taxes than Warren Buffett himself? How is that possible?
Yeah, well, first of all, how would the founding fathers think, the State of Union is actually have been turned into a scripted photo op? I mean, this is crazy.
True.
Probably scripted by Michael Moore, right? And secondly, I totally agree with Monica. First of all, Warren Buffett is so phony. He says he would rather pay more taxes, but the truth of the matter is he doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Where was the check? Where was the check, Yu-Dee? We never saw the check from Warren.
Exactly.
He could do that.
He does donate most of his assets to a charity, but fully controlled by himself and Bill Gates, right?
Correct.
So he doesn't trust the U.S. government to give away his wealth. Why should we?
Larry, to you, what do you say about this whole debate? Warren Buffett, are you taking tax advice from him?
He's a brilliant guy and he's made a lot of money, but I agree it's apples and oranges. My problem with the whole thing is it does add to the class warfare issue. It really does make the rich the enemy, and the rich is not the enemy of the middle class. Poor people are the enemy of the middle class. It's the rich people and middle class people who are paying taxes to support the half of the country who doesn't pay any taxes. That's the problem. It's not the 1% don't pay enough. It's that 50% don't pay anything. And they're the drain on all of us. That's what has to be fixed. We've got to cut down dependency on the government and get most of those people back to work.
Jobs. Jobs is the answer. All right. Here's something that I didn't realize. Listen to this. According to a new report, Obama has become the fifth president in history to see the Dow Jones Industrial Average gain more than 50% over the first 3 years he's been in office. In fact, Obama saw a 60% gain. Yu-Dee, can he claim authorship for that?
Yeah, of course not. Think about this. We just went through a financial crisis in 2008. First of all, where did this story come from? Huffington Post, right? So basically another so-called liberal media that play around with numbers, but not too good with math because they occupy parks and don't go to school, by the way. So now, the market dropped about 50% in 2008. Obama took office in 2009. So the past 3 years, market indeed was up about 60%. But don't forget, once you drop 50%, now you have to be up 100% to get it back to even, right? So
Larry,
after 3 years, we still don't have a job recovery, and we're still down about 20% from the high of the market.
We have a long way to go.
Recovery?
Larry, jump in here, because I know you pay a lot of attention to the Dow Jones Industrial Average.
Listen, the easiest way to look skinny is to stand next to a really fat guy. And that's just saying it's all about comparison. When things start out so bad, it doesn't take that much for things to look pretty good. And I don't think we can give Obama any credit for this jump. So, the market's doing well in spite of him, not because of him.
So, Monica, does it all look up to us because we've been down so long? Is that what's going on here?
Well, yes, it's true. Everything in life is relative, including the stock market. But, this is the one indicator that's really been roaring over the past couple of months and maybe even over the last year or so, or as you point out, the last 3 years. But the rest of the economy is in the crapper, Jerry. I mean, you look at anemic economic growth, you see stunningly high unemployment, you see the oppressive nature of all of these regulations that have come out of the EPA and with regard to Obamacare. So the rest of the economy is in very bad shape, and it looks like the stock market is, in fact, the anomaly. They're the exception to the rule and not the rule of this Obama economy.
Well, I got to tell you, I love to see the stock market go up, and it can go up this amount, 60% over 3 years. Until I die, I would be a happy person. But, of course, what we know is Larry, to you, is that the stock market typically gets out in front of the news. It's thinking ahead to earnings that are coming in the future. Do you think that Obama's last year can be as productive as the previous 3 when you look at stock returns?
Oh, I think just because there's an election that we'll see things get better with the stock market. I think everybody gets more optimistic. Confidence goes up in hopes that things are going to change. If they don't change, then I think we can probably look for it to go the other direction.
And on Larry's point, I think there's a big psychological element to the market, as there is with every aspect of the economy. And if you think the market is doing well now, just wait until the Republican nominee wins the presidency. You'll see the market and all other economic indicators go wild.
I think we're going to have to hold her to that one. Don't you guys think that? Okay. We'll watch for that, Monica. Appreciate your time tonight, guys. Great job. Yu-Dee, Larry, and Monica. Love to have you guys on.
Pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Next, his people say he's in full compliance with the nation.